Hello, this is Lori from Seashells and Sugar Bakery on the Oregon coast. Many of you know me for my cakes, cupcakes, cookies, and more. And I want to thank all my customers for your love and support. The last 3 years has been a wonderful journey. And today I'm going to share something really simple because we're in the middle of a crisis here where everybody's stuck at home. I don't want to say stuck, we are staying at home and we have kids at home. Now, I believe in teaching your kids to bake. I have always taught my kids, and in fact, my oldest daughter has a baking business of her own in Arizona. If you're ever that way, look up Baker Babe, Stephanie Alexander, and she has the most incredible carrot cake, not to mention everything is divine. And she's extremely good at fondant, something that I'm just now learning. But all that said, my second daughter loves to bake, and my youngest son even bakes. He's a veteran out of the military and is gluten-free and is learning to make all kinds of yummy goodies from scratch. And it's amazing how much fun baking is. And here's a project for the kids, something different than cookies. You can use cupcakes or you can use cake pans. I have square cake pans today, but we will just be spraying those with a Baker's Joy type spray. So it's the kind of spray that has the flour in it. It's called Baker's Joy, and that's really the only one that I know of. Or you can simply use some Pam or brush it with some shortening or oil. Oil works best, and then put a tablespoon of flour in the pan and then tap the pan all around and they get flour on it. Most of you will know how to do that. If you have any troubles, just private message me and I'll let you know. So today I want to teach you something really easy. Okay, I have a standard cake mix. It's vanilla, and it doesn't matter what brand. I'm not getting any kickbacks from Betty Crocker. No, not representing them, and I'm hoping they won't bash me for doing this. But it is actually the cake mix I usually choose because it is the best. I have used a lot of different cake mixes, and I seem to always go back to this one. So I'm putting the cake mix in the bowl, and normally on the back you would have the instructions to add the water, the oil, and the eggs. And if you wanted a really white cake in this, you would just use the egg whites as it says. But we're gonna scratch all that. Just ignore all that, okay? And here's what we're gonna do. We are going to take 12 ounces of orange soda, and I couldn't find it in the can in the store near me, and so I just bought a bottle. And on this you have your marks on here. You have your cup marks right here, and then you have half, 3/4, 1/4, or anyway, there's your cup marks. In the middle is your ounces. We want 12 ounces, so we're going to do 8 ounces. Oops, sorry, I'm not even in here. We're going to use 8 ounces, and then we're going to refill to 4 ounces. Okay, now you're going, well, what are you doing with the pop? No, we are not drinking it, and you got to pour slow because this will fizz, which will make your measurement off. So here we go. Leave it on a flat surface, double check your line, look down, get down eye to eye with the line. Be right at the line. Okay. Now, you're going, what in the world? Wire whisk. Okay, make a little thing in the middle. There you go. Pour that in there, okay? Now we're going to go back. We're going to do 4 more ounces. What do you do with the rest? You use it in the icing. If you bought store-bought icing, You will not be able to use it in the icing. So you will probably need some orange flavoring to just add a few drops to the icing, or just add some orange zest. The orange juice from the orange will not work. And all I'm doing, kids, don't stir too fast. You don't want this to be super foamy. So just stir in the middle. Lift your whisk just a little. Let it ride around the edges of the bowl. So let the whisk ride around the edges. You can feel it press against the edges. Down to the bottom, then down to the center. Do the center. Come upwards in the center. There you go. And now you have baked, or you have mixed your cake mix, sorry. And you're going, what in the world? Where's the eggs? Where's the oil? Well, that's the wonder. Excuse me, I had to step away for a second. That's the wonder of this little project, is that if you have kids in the kitchen, this is a very good starter cake. You can take a vanilla cake mix and add a can of root beer. It has to be 12 ounces no matter what. A can of orange, you can add grape, you can add any flavor soda you want. Lemon lime, sparkling water, if you just want it vanilla and you just want a really easy cake. I don't recommend sparkling water because I do believe there is something in the flavored sodas that cause this to do its thing. So in place of the eggs and the oil and the water, the soda is the leavening. It is causing this cake to rise. And it is amazing what it will do. So below this, I will be posting this, and below this, I will be showing you a picture of the finished product. But before I do, I want to show you an extra additive. I zested off the peel of an orange. And kids, this is something really good for you to learn. Zesting an orange is something you will use in your life if you decide to cook. So I have 1 tablespoon of orange zest, and you're going, ooh, oh no, it's really good. And what I've done is this is a bad spot, so I didn't grate it, but I have zested, and I know, oopsie. There is still a hint of orange to this, which means I haven't gotten down into the bitters. So, which is what that's called underneath. So the top part is the orange peel, the orange skin. The white underneath is the bitters. The inside is the orange. So now you know. And you don't want the bitters. Definitely not a good taste. So now we're going to take a spatula. And we're going to just stir this around. And once this is baked, you're really not going to feel this. That orange rind is going to soften, and it's going to give this thing just that extra zing of orange without adding any more liquid. Okay, so now if you want this to be more orange, I'm going to show you a trick. If you like super orange, I have some orange food coloring. If you don't have orange, just mix a little red and yellow into a bowl, or just add 2 drops of yellow and 1 drop of red. Stir, and if it isn't what you want, you can kind of know what to get. You know whether to add more yellow or red, and if you need help from a parent, get help from a parent. Because without me being right there, I wouldn't be able to guide you, oh, more of this, more of that. So, and there are little guides online. Kids, this is something good for you to research, is how to make mixed colors. If you don't already know, most kids are pretty bright, so we're going to, I think this is as orange as we're going to get. I could go way more orangey if I wanted to. In fact, just for fun, kids, I'll show you. I'll go 1, 2 more drops. Parents, guide them on the food coloring, because too much can really give a funny taste to the cake. Not all food colorings have taste, but it's hard to know. And too much of that food coloring liquid can offset the cake. If you think you're going to need a lot of food coloring, then hold back on about a tablespoon of the orange soda. There we go. Now, I've sprayed my pan with my spray that I use. I have a baker spray that I use. It's a bakery brand. And no, I don't have flour in this, but please do as the instructions say on the box, because that's what I have in the house. And it's a big expensive can of spray, so your mom can use Baker's Joy, or she can use Pam, or you can use oil and then kick around some flour in the pan. Okay. Now, just so you know, kids, this batter is safe to lick because there's no eggs in it. So if you want to lick off the spatula, have at it. In fact, I recommend it. Oh, that is going to be delicious. And if you're going to do an orange one like I just did, I'm wanting a somewhat mild orange, not really super zingy. So I used a vanilla cake mix, which has a very strong vanilla taste. If you want to get past that vanilla taste, which kind of mellows out the orange, use a lemon cake mix, okay? Because it is citrus like the orange, and so it has that foundation of that lemon zest, that lemon flavor in there for the orange to bounce off of. Again, you can use chocolate cake with cherry Coke. You could try root beer. I hear it tastes really great. You can use Coca-Cola. You can use Pepsi. Coca-Cola gives it more of a coffee taste, you know, that darker taste. You can use cherry sodas, Dr. Pepper. That's with the chocolates. With the lemon cake mix, you can use you can use orange, you can use Sprite, Squirt, anything like that. And it has to be soda pop. It cannot be tea or lemonade or Gatorade or anything like that. So it is, forgot to turn my oven on. You heat your oven to 350, by the way. Before you start mixing it, I recommend that you hear the oven beep beep and tell you it's at temperature. Let it heat for 10 to 15 minutes before you start if it doesn't have that kind of a system where it goes beep beep and lets you know it's at temperature. And then you bake it as the instructions on the box. So on this box, here we have, and because I'm using a square, I'm going to help you out. You'll have the instructions here. A 13 by 9 pan is a regular long cake pan. 2 rounds is most parents or most of you will have 2 round cake pans. Those are usually traditionally 9 inches. Mom can help you if it's 8 or 9. Technically, it's kind of strange. It says less time for the 9-inch rounds, but that's because the batter spreads out more into a wider pan and it's a shallower batter. So if you want deep cake, use 2 boxes and 24 ounces of soda, which means it would be 1 whole bottle plus 4 ounces of another. A bundt pan, or you can do cupcakes. These are the times that are on here. And because I'm using 2 square 9-inch, I will be using the 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, but at about 20 minutes, I'm going to just gently open the oven just a tiny bit and peek inside. And I will reach over and just take my finger and barely touch the top, because you don't want to make it fall in. And if it jiggles or it's really soft, I'm just going to let it go, because I know it's not going to be done, but I just want to peek at it. And I know you won't be able to resist. And then after that, at the 24 mark, I'll take a toothpick and stick it in the center, and if the toothpick comes out clean, it's ready. If the toothpick comes out with batter on it, it's not ready. And then watch your time after that. Check it about every 3 or 4 minutes. Mom can help you with this, or Dad, sister who's baked before, anybody in the house that has baking experience. So have some fun. Alrighty? And stay safe. Thank you for joining us on this video. This is Lori from Seashells and Sugar Bakery. And here's a project for you to do while you're at home. And maybe a dessert for your family or just something to munch on, something sweet. Have fun, stay home, stay safe until they say otherwise. And actually, I'm hoping you can find ways to go outside and play and have fun, get lots of sunshine. It's a beautiful day today. All right, thank you. Have fun.